the rebellion that I'm speaking about is the one that comes and goes against the systems, the cultures, and the way people have always done things.
Welcome back. I hope you guys are enjoying this CTA. You know, one of the reasons why I like hearing somebody's CTA is because of all these other different things that lead up to the thing. What do I mean by that? For example, this whole time, we've not had Mary mention the word PR. If you Google her name, the word PR and her name go hand in hand all over across the globe, and also leadership. But it's up until now that we're getting to hear the genesis of this. Not the genesis of it, it's been happening throughout this whole time, but then the genesis of it from in terms of a PR verbalization perspective. First of all, I didn't know you were in K-Crew involved that much. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah. Continue that story. You've got this paycheck that you're making that is paying your fare.
Yeah.
But you're dreaming. Throughout your whole story, I've not had you give up. I've actually not had you give up.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
So, so public relations is introduced to me as a concept, and I start reading about it online. Then I decide to go to DESTA and start and apply for it, and I ask now my brother to maybe chip in and help me pay some of the payments that were needed. Yeah, so I go and apply at DESTA, and now I'm going to work during the day, and I'm
still making 20-something G's.
Yeah, and I'm going to DESTA in the evening, and I have to go all the way to Garariga. And I remember sometimes I'd get home at midnight. Sometimes I'd walk that 15-20 minutes. Other times when I have an extra 50 bob, I'd go and take now the motorbike from another stage, which comes back and then now takes you into the village.
Wow.
And that was my life for a couple of years.
At midnight you're walking?
Yeah. 11, midnight, yeah.
Were you ever mugged?
No.
What?
Yeah.
What year is this, first of all?
No, it's from 2010.
From 2010?
Yes.
2010 is when you start DESTA?
Towards the end of 2010, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that feel like? What does that do for you?
Are
you enjoying it?
I'm not, because they're there teaching you introduction to maths, introduction to physics, because they're treating you as someone who has just come from high school. And you're dealing with a person, and I know, I mean, that's how it's structured. You're dealing with a person who's not coming from high school. So this is not working for me in terms of I want to learn what is PR and comms. And now I started now using online platforms to learn for myself exactly what is PR. Because now I'm kind of, from whatever, I don't know where, I'm now interested in PR.
Yeah.
And then now events, and now I discover, events are related to PR, and this is what I'm enjoying more at K-Crew.
Yes.
I'm enjoying what I'm doing at K-Crew much more. This is becoming stranger and stranger. And then now I'm just giving advice about dressing on my page on Facebook because of Diva Image Experts.
Yes.
So I start writing, I'd just Google and put articles together those days. And then I'd write on my socials, this is how you ought to dress if you're going to an office, So I start advising people on how to dress.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, first and foremost,
there's a lot.
Yeah. No, there's a lot you're doing, but your mentality in this thing is what is, minus your real job, the mentality in all of these other things, in your passions, you're really, school, you're here to get the information. But because you're with people at the beginner level, and in terms of class, but life-wise, you are way ahead.
Yeah.
You're here for the specialization.
Yeah.
You're not here for the generalization.
Yeah. And interesting enough, the thing about evening classes, there were also older people. So it was also interesting. But for me, I was getting tired because I'm like, guys, you're teaching me introduction to communications, introduction to I'd verbalize it, but there's nothing you can do. So you just follow the rule there. But then, on your own, you're able now to go and, internet, thank God for internet. You're able to now go and learn things practice, watch as we're doing events at K Crew, etc.
So, two things. One, I always say that ever since I was a YouTube enabler, I say spend more time on YouTube consuming education, like content like this, than entertainment.
Yeah.
Better yet if it's packaged as edutainment, because it enters and penetrates you more. But tell me then about this, your job, your actual job.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
At my actual job, I'm trying to sell. I'm not selling.
You're failing.
Yeah.
In this.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that doing for
Like
you?
I'm not the best. I mean, I'd sell once in a while. That's what it did to me. It made me go back and start asking, what is my purpose in life? And that's what led me to the image consulting and discovering what is public relations. And then now I'm like, I'm spending more time in my mind thinking about what I do at K Crew rather than what I'm paid for, which was sad. And at some point now, when 2011 came, I'm now more involved in K Crew, all these weddings, product launches. Did I say product launches? Album launches. There are products. I went to 1 million events between 2010 and 2012.
Yeah.
There were.
So now, do you even become K Crew staff?
No. I did not.
You're not. So
Yes.
you're just
I'm just volunteering.
You're volunteer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at everything they know, call Mary.
Yeah. They used to have. I mean, they wouldn't call me directly. There's someone who used to organize us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
2011 comes and I'm still at this company. I'm like, hey, but I'm not. I said I'm not going to quit. So it's not. I mean, I said I'm not going to quit. Let me wait and see what happens. But one day, 2011, we go to one of these K Crew mission at St. George's. So I met this lady. She used to run a PR firm, and she was an image consultant. For the first time, I saw those two things in a person, because that's what I had in mind. And immediately we spoke. She told me, oh, I think you should work for me. And then I told her, yeah, I also think I'm supposed to work for you. She actually said, God is telling me you should work for me. I'm like, yeah, I think I should work for you. And then we ended the conversation. We never met again. I go back to my job. I'm there. I'm struggling. I'm just struggling. I'm like, what am I doing in this place? Anyway, long story short, 2012, January.
2012? Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a minute to be struggling, but...
Yeah, 2010, 2012, 2010, 2011, the whole year, yeah.
If you were... I already have a feeling how you'll give me the answer, but if you were to rewind time, would you have left earlier?
I don't think so. I don't think I was ready to leave yet.
So that served a purpose in that place.
Because it made me search deeper. Because I'd never known not to be a good employee.
Oh.
So it made me, because I was the best. Remember, my first job, I was, the best employee, etc. Now I've come to this place, I'm not the best. There are other people who are better than me.
And you sound like a hard worker. You sound like somebody who was trying.
Yeah.
It was just ilikuwa nagonga ukuta.
It wasn't working. Yeah, so maybe it was even orchestrated like that. It wasn't working. I mean, I'd sell. I wasn't that bad. I know. I mean, I'm just comparing to where I was coming from. I was like a really, really good employee. Like, epitome of,
So you were, okay. School, in that period, are you still going to school?
Yes, I'm going to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, you're beginning to teach yourself. You may be looking at this thing and just like, so okay, go on now. Now we can go to 2012.
So 2012 January, the guy. I mean, this is just the life of SMEs. The guy sends a message. Hi, Mary Njoki, Richard, and the rest. Do not come back to work tomorrow. That's how he fired me. But the funny thing, I was so happy. I was like, yes, it's not me who quit, it's him.
He said me who quit, it's him who fired me.
Yeah. I don't know what was, I find that quite crazy for me to have thought like that. Like I didn't think, like he was like, we were going to work on a Tuesday. I remember I got that text on Monday evening.
Don't come to work.
Yeah.
Was it everybody who was fired or just
a couple of us?
Oh, okay, non-performers. That is so cool. Yeah. But now, are you scared about money?
No.
You're not?
Me, I was excited. Just wait. So I was very excited. I was like, it's not me who quit, it's you. I don't know how I was thinking like that. I also cannot explain.
Yeah.
And then the
Let
next...
me add and say,
Yeah.
from a severance pay perspective,
Yeah.
sometimes it's better to be fired because your compensations then need to be paid by the company. I understand it from that perspective.
Do you think SMEs have such
No. That's the thing. I know.
such systems in place? They don't.
SMEs do not have such systems in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you die with your salary for December. The one you had. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I like it. So go on.
I was so excited. Yeah, that's the story. When I was fired on text, I got excited, and then I was like, it's not me, it's him. Then the next day I was like, I remembered that lady I met at the missions, and she told me, I see you working for me, and we were supposed to work together. So I reached out to her. She told me, come to my office on Thursday or Friday. I'm like, okay, cool. I put together a presentation. I went and researched about them, put together a presentation. By the time I'm meeting, I told her, so this is what I can do for your company. By Friday, I had a new job.
What?
Yeah.
So you were here could delay. It was a thingy. Why don't you want to say the company? Do you want to say the company where you worked?
Huh?
Do you want to say the company where you got this new job?
I can. Orange company.
Yes, I was thinking it is. Then yeah. And were they together at that time?
Yeah.
With Kavuda?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you went to work.
Yeah.
You know, in my head when I was thinking, I was like, could it be? You worked, were neighbors on Gong Road?
Yeah, on Gong Road. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey. Okay, go on.
Kaburu Drive, yeah? Kaburu Drive.
Yes, Marcus Garvey.
No, it was just there. Yeah. So I started working at the Orange company.
What's your role? What did you tell them you're going to do for them?
PR and social. I was pushing. So at that point.
And first of all, who had you met? Ndenya or?
Ndenya.
Ndenya?
Yeah, Ndenya is the one who was doing missions. Yeah.
Okay. I am aware not everybody who watches this show has a spiritual inclination.
Yes.
So she told you, God has told me you need to.
That you are to work for me.
And did you feel the same way?
Yeah.
What does explain that to somebody? Explain.
It's just a knowledge you have because
you understand where I'm trying to go with this?
Yes.
You're bringing spiritual matters into recruitment.
Yeah.
Is there a place where these things marry?
Yes.
And if so, how?
It's because of a lifestyle you have known, so it doesn't happen instantly. So it's a practice you've practiced over time to walk, to handle things from a spiritual perspective. So in your mind, you're always trained to be in tune in hearing what God is telling you or what God is showing you. Sometimes at the beginning, people say, I had this feeling, I'm supposed to do this, or there's a voice that told me. So, but then the more now you practice, you're clear about the voice that is speaking to you. You know, there's scripture that says, my sheep knows my voice. So that's the concept. So it's more of people just say, a thought came to me and you should work for me. And I'm like, the same thought came to me, should work for me. So for me, some of these things shows me clearly that actually God is who he says he is from where I stand. And everyone else is free to have their own journey in that. But that has been my journey.
Have you ever had, as a person who's hiring people,
yes,
have you ever had that telling?
Yes.
So that you need to hire that person?
Yes, a lot, yeah. I mean, most of the people I see, I mean, people will say it's you will define it as intuition, but most of the time I know. I just have a knowing that, I need to work with this person, and it's time to go. I know some know, some don't.
Yes.
Some, and we'll talk about that, but yeah.
Yeah. I really like that you've said that because I don't know how to differentiate the two.
Okay.
I don't know how to differentiate normal life and spiritual life.
Yeah.
I feel like they're intertwined in everything that I do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're asked to have those. For example, you seated here. You get what I mean? It is that I've got over 600 messages of people who want to sit where you're seated.
Yeah.
How do I sift through? How do I know who's supposed to sit?
Yeah.
What is that thing that can make me know on this day, this person is supposed to sit here?
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yes.
If I don't figure out and try and tap into that other thing.
Yeah.
And it's not often talked about. So when you said, yeah, I want to work for you, and yeah, I want to work for you, and look, it happens. You begin working for each other.
Yeah.
How does it go? Next week I was out.
No, it took 4 months.
Hey, 4 months you needed to do what you did.
Yeah.
So what happens now?
So
So what do you write to her?
Are we supposed to share the name of the company? Because I quit and
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's
part of life.
Yeah.
Okay. So I start working and I realize they don't have many people that are working for them. So I'm the PR person. I'm doing many things, admin. I'm helping the lady who was doing events. They had done a huge. They were known for this summit or event they did a couple of years before that was so big. Then it never worked out. After some time, that event never worked out. So they were now trying to come back to set things up once again. So I remember I'm trying to read what is public relations online, because these people, the school people, are not helping. Yeah. Schools don't help.
Query.
I'm not telling people not to go to school.
No. Can I just ask you one thing?
Yeah.
And now I think is a very good time to bring this up. We're coming back to this.
Yes, sure.
Your name, you said your name Mary.
Yes.
So I interject a lot, but it's in the right time and for the right direction.
Yeah.
You said your name Mary deals with rebellion.
Yes.
Just explain that, because this the amount of rebellion times you're rebelling in this narrative of yours, I want to understand, because we only know rebellion from a negative perspective.
Yeah.
Can rebellion then be positive? And explain.
Yes. So the rebellion that I'm speaking about is the one that comes and goes against the systems, the cultures, and the way people have always done things. And we can see the example of even the first person, if you are familiar with the scriptures, where there was a Mary who came and at a young age she became pregnant without a man. That was rebellion, because normally people get pregnant with when a man is involved. So that was a form of rebellion. So as I got this name, I didn't realize that's what the name carries. And much more, because now as I've grown older, I've realized Mary is you rebel against anything that is inside of you, of me, that is not of God. So it started with, these systems and cultures and things, ways of life that men have said, we have to sit facing this way. I just come and I face this way and it works. And if you look at even schools, there's a way people are not taught how to think differently, or to be entrepreneurial, or to be disruptive. So those are the things that I have come and I've seen my life now coming to disrupt. So it's like it comes to just disrupt a system. Yeah.
And in almost an essence, it almost sounds like you come to birth a new system.
Yes.
To create a new way.
A new way, yes.
And that others can then come in after you.
Yes, you're correct. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's powerful. When you use the example of Mary in the Bible, I thought of it from a birthing perspective.
Yes.
Not even from a... So this is now, in this conversation, so there's some very interesting pieces that your life is having. Even you understanding your name is a form of understanding your identity.
Yes.
And a form of acceptance of who you are.
Yes.
Because rebellion means against the grain.
Yeah.
Against the grain means everybody's walking this way.
You walk opposite.
And it's just constant backing.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a constant fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone is stuck in the matrix.
Yes.
And they're doing things the same way. And then you show up.
And you do this.
Yeah.
In fact, who could?
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay, so you're then. So the reason why I brought in the essence of understanding your name is because you are talking about it from the school system.
Yes.
So
I'm doing this. I'm going to school. I'm studying PR by myself on the side. I'm in a PR firm now. And I'm doing so many things. But because of my tech side, this is 2012. I remember telling them, that company, that the future of PR will be digital. So let's start preparing on how to go around this digital media.